Hey guys, so in this first tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up a new Flash project and also go over just some of the basic settings on the tools that you're going to use for this. So to set up a new project, we're going to go here to File and go to New, and when this thing comes up just choose ActionScript 3.0. And here you've got a chance to set the resolution of your project. So I want this animation to end up being, HD video. So I'll set it to 1920 by 1080. And if all of my projects are going to probably be this size, then you can go ahead and click Make Default, and that'll come up every time. Auto save every 10 minutes, that's a good idea, just in case this crashes. And choose your background color here. You can change that later as well. Frame rate 24, that's good. So hit OK. Now we've got our new project, and I'm going to go ahead, right now you see here it's untitled. I'm going to go File, Save As. Bouncing ball tutorial. Okay, so now I've got this screen here, and I'm going to zoom out just so I can see the whole thing. There we go. Okay, so this is where you draw all the stuff. Then down here you've got your timeline. So this will show the changes between the frames. Here we've got our tool palette, and then over here on the right is the settings for whatever it is that you have selected. So the main tools we're going to be using for this are the Paintbrush and the Paint Bucket and maybe the eraser. For animation type things, I usually use the Paintbrush rather than the pencil tool, mainly because if you use the pencil, then you cannot go in and fill it afterwards. But if I draw something with the paintbrush, then as long as they're connected, I can go with the paint bucket and fill it in with whatever color I want. Or if I want to change the color of it, like that. Okay. So we'll mainly be using the brush for our drawing. Let's go to the eraser and get rid of all this stuff. Well, it'll take a while. Let's just select it and delete. Okay. Now, a few of the settings on the paintbrush. With that selected, I can go over here to the right, and you can choose what color you want it to be. So I'll just have it black. And then here you've got the smoothing option. So notice how when I draw something, it kind of makes it look as if it was done by a brush. If I turn the smoothing all the way down, then it keeps all those jagged edges, just like on the mouse cursor. If it's all the way up. Anyway. So just set it how you like. Sometimes if the smoothing's too high, then some of the lines get a little too thin, like they disappear. So I usually keep it around 50. Alright, let's delete all these. The other setting here is you can choose your brush size. So if you want bigger strokes like that or smaller ones. And here you've got your brush shape. Be able to tell if it's so. You can play around with those as you like. That's about as much as you'll use for this project. If you want to zoom in and out, then you've got these. Notice that your brush size like it has a limited size that it can be. So now that I'm zoomed in, this width is a lot smaller than this one. But if I was zoomed out a lot, now it's going to be a lot bigger. So, something to keep in mind. Alright. So that's it for the basic setup. And in the next tutorial we'll go over how to get started with your keyframes and get started drawing.